Hi guys, welcome to From the Witch's Garden. My name is Peggy and I am trying to grow a cut flower garden here on my allotment in Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan. Okay guys, so today we're going to be talking about freesia. Now, freesia are native to the Cape area of South Africa and they stay dormant during the hot summers and then they wake up during the winter rains and flower in kind of mid to late winter in South Africa. Obviously this is not South Africa. Now they say that if you're in below zone 9 then you're going to have trouble growing freesia because the bulbs don't like to be frozen, so once the bulbs freeze they just die. So I'm in zone 8 and I've been growing these in my garden now for a few years and they seem to be coming up, so I'm guessing I'm just on that zone where it's actually okay for me to be leaving these in the ground. But right now I have them in these containers. I love them. They come up really early in the spring. They've got great colours on them, but mostly the smell is absolutely amazing. I love the smell of freesia in my house. You know, you get the other fragrant spring flowers like hyacinth. I find them overpowering when you bring them into the house, though. I do usually have some growing on my windowsill, but I find the smell is really, really overpowering if you've got more than one in a vase, whereas freesia are not like that. They're really sweet. Fun fact though, 1 in 10 people can't smell freesia because of something to do with genetics. How funny is that? So anyway, I'm not one of those people and I like the smell of freesia. The only problem that I have with my freesia is that I can get them to come up, I can get them to flower, but they always fall down, so they don't look particularly pretty in the garden and the stems don't get as long and as straight as I would like them to get for a cut flower. And that's what we're going to try and address today. Now, if you watched my video from a few weeks ago, you'll have seen that I actually turned this box around because they are stretching towards the sun here. And so they tend to flop that way. So I quite regularly turn it around and try and get them to self-correct. But still, they're a little bit too far that way. So that's what I'm going to try to fix today. Now, being from South Africa, they do like more heat than they're getting now. So the first thing I am going to do is move them from this spot here, which as you can see, is pretty shady. So we're going to move them from here to here on my deck, where they should get more sun. Okay, so now I've got them in a sunnier spot. What I'm going to try and do is corral them, I guess, a little bit. I don't want to have to individually stake them. That just seems way too fussy and a bit over the top. So I'm going to try and find the easiest way possible to give them just a little bit of support at their base to try and hold them upwards a little bit more. To do that, I'm just using these plastic hoops that I have. These are from a low hoop thing that I got just from the local garden centre. I'm thinking if I can put them in and then just run some string in between it, I should be able to help keep up the roots a little bit. So that's the plan. Let's see if it works. The stems of these can be quite delicate once they start coming up, and the flowers often get too heavy for the actual stems. So when you are trying to stabilize them or tie them off in any way, you really want to try and do it quite low down on the flower. Especially if you're doing it once the flowers have come on. If you do this once they've got the flowers on the head, if you try and start by trying to tie on the stem maybe about halfway up, there's a good chance that the flower stem will just snap on you. So always start at the bottom. This seems to be working, but I definitely need more hoops, so I'm going to go and see if I've got any more. I found another 2. Yay! Okay, there we go. I think that's kind of worked. I mean, it's not as strong, as individually staking them, but it's certainly a lot faster. And I think that's giving them just enough support that they need. So hopefully with their new sunnier spot and this little bit of support in place, I should get myself some nice straight freesia this year. Now to go and try and fix ones in the garden. That's all from me this week. A nice short video for you. I hope that you guys have got your spring bulbs in already, and I would love to hear how your gardens are coming on as well. And I will hopefully be going over a plan of my garden next week, although now I know that I've got the allotment back, I'm also going to start with my soil improvement down there. I've got to clean up the garden, I've got a lot of stuff to still cut back and dry, And then I am going to be putting my sweet pea in pretty soon as well. Like I mentioned in my last video, the guy next door, who's lived here a lot longer, already has his sweet pea in the ground, and if he thinks it's good to go in, then I'm going to trust him and put it in as well. So I've got quite a lot going on over the next few weeks to get the garden ready for winter time, before we all have our nice little break for the New Year holidays. But thanks for following along. If you want to watch along with me and see the garden grow, then remember to hit the subscribe button below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!